I got kind of a fun project I'm working on today. A friend of mine asked me if I would try to figure out what is wrong because it will not go, especially in the grass. It just spins. When I first got it, there were some immediate problems that I had. One of them was the front tires were flat because they were tubeless and they weren't holding any air. So you're trying to push flat tires, that doesn't work. So I put tubes in the front tires. It seemed like that helped some. So the first problem I had was I needed to get it started, and I worked and I could not get it started. So I ended up just buying a brand new motor from Harbor Freight. So this is the motor I bought, and there, it's upside down now because I turned this so we could pull start it better. But it was an exact match, went right on, no problems. The things I had to measure for though was I had to get my shaft diameter, the shaft height, and the bolt pattern of the 4 bolts that holds the motor in place. That has to be the same, or you're going to be drilling new holes or putting on a new plate to mount it. But other than that, it went on piece of cake, started right up. I think the first pole, and hooked in with a little ignition switch there, the little kill switch. I think this wire, this goes to the kill switch. This was hooked up to this splitter here, and I just unhooked that and hooked it into the wire coming from the kill switch, and it works perfectly. So it runs good. The front tires have air in them, but it's still doing this spinning thing. And I think what the problem is first of all, you only have turf tires back here, which is great for grass, keeps it from tearing up your yard, but it only has a limited amount of traction. I think though the real problem is that, as you can see, the motor is on that side, the drive wheel is on that side, but the driver sits on this side. So all the weight is on that side, and it's trying to push you forward on this side. So it's doing this twisting thing, and I think that as you're trying to keep it straight, it's causing that to spin a lot. I'll show you what it's doing real quick. I love these Predator motors. First time almost every time. All right, I'll show you what it's doing here. This tire here will spin really easily. See that? It just doesn't want to go. If you come to a stop like this and you go in the grass, it just wants to spin all the time. And if the grass is a little wet, it's not going to work. Or the grass is a little tall. In this yard, the grass is a little thick, so I mean, it barely goes. Like I said, the front tire's being aired up home, but yeah, we don't want you tearing up the yard. It is a little bit fun. But yeah, like I'm trying to go uphill here and it won't go. So I did buy a set of really grippy tires for this, but I don't think that that's really the answer, because I think what will happen is it'll just tear up the yard. I bought a set of these and I think they would definitely grip better, but they might just be a little bit too much. So I'm going to start by switching the driver to the same side as the motor, so all the weight's on the left where that drive tire is, and then see how it does after that. I think we're going to end up changing these tires out too, because even when I put my weight on this side, it still wants to spin. So we're going to start take the seat off, and we might remove this floor pan down here so we can get underneath and cut all those welds. I put some PB Blaster on these nuts the other day, hopefully get them loose. Can't believe this came out. All right, let's see about it now. Yeah, sweet. I really thought that would be tack welded somewhere. Carriage bolt head. So it's pain because it just starts spinning. Oh, just break it off, that'll work. So I should be able just to unbolt it here. Of course, probably won't come out. But I should be able just to take this off of here and move it over here and just put a hole right underneath there and control it from there. So just leave all this hooked up right there, and then the throttle will just be cutting that off and moving that over to this area right here. Same thing, taking that off, putting a hole right here. Shouldn't be a big deal. This is the biggest deal. I have to cut this off and then weld it here, cut that support off there, weld it here, unbolt this, switch these tie rod ends so that they're opposite length. We're going to start off by spraying all the bolts down with PB Blaster because they probably haven't been off for a long time. I guess I only have 2. Yeah, that should work. Okay, so we got that pedal loose. Got our little nut there. We're just going to take this cable, see if we can get it back through there. Just get this cable off so it doesn't melt or anything since it has plastic components. There we go. Now that's out of the way. Now this is all metal. So I should be able to grind that and then just transfer it over to there. Grind that. Actually, I got to get that off yet. I'm going to get this spring out, or this clip out, so this spring can come off. Okay, get these springs off. Okay, now this should slip out. There we go. So this, I gotta make sure there's room for that cable to run beside the seat. Oh yeah. So when we move this over to here, we'll probably put it down lower. It's really just a guide. I probably can just break it off because it's gonna be pretty hard to get in there and grind the weld where they have it. Yeah, there we go. Now I will just put it right there on the side like that, right up in there. There we go. That should hold it. So we're gonna be drilling a hole. That's gonna be fun to get to. It's 21 inches from the front of this to this hole, so I'm gonna use that as a reference for this side to know where to put the hole for this pedal on this side, but I'm gonna have to move this because this is in the way. I can't drill straight. So we'll drop this tire off real quick. Yeah, now we got a straight shot. So 21 is about right there. We want to go straight in the middle of this frame. And we're going to step it up until we get to the size of the bolt. Okay, there we go. Let's see if that will fit. I think we're gonna clean it out just a little bit more. There we go. Okay, so it fits through there nice. Now we just gotta get this fed through the back here. Oh, we gotta put our springs on first too. We're just gonna see how it sits right now. Okay, so if I put a hole through there, that should, yeah, it should work. So we gotta drill some holes up there. Still too small. I think we're ready to put some springs on here and assemble this whole thing. I guess this does go through here and then the springs go on it. Okay, now this comes over here, goes in our hole. This hooks up to, we've got to put this in our hole up here. Ooh, I got to get this off too to transfer it to that side. So I'm gonna do that before I put this pedal on. About got ahead of myself. Now we should be able to put this on. So we have way too much travel here now that we've switched it to this side. So I'm not sure why it's so different. Probably our whole location is a little different, but we can't go any far forward because this kind of like an A-arm here. So we're gonna have to do something at the back here. We're gonna have to shorten this up a little bit. I'm gonna try bending this bar a little bit, this brake, what you call it, brake arm, because it's actually rubbing the side of the motor a little bit. It needs to come away. And if I bend it, it will also shorten it. Probably not enough, but it helped. So once I got this pedal on here, I don't have enough. It bottoms out too much. This should be more upright when you hit the brakes. But luckily, there's some adjustment here. So I'm gonna move this screw up to this spot here, and that should straighten this up more. Get that out of there. Bring that up like this. Oh yeah, it straightens that pedal right out. That might work. Yeah, that'll work. That took the slack out. There we go. It's a shoulder screw. It wasn't in right. Now the only problem is I put this here and now I can't get my cotter pin in, so I'm gonna have to drill a hole the other direction. I think I'm gonna take this all the way back out. It'd be a lot easier to do it in a vise. Okay, there, now I got a hole going the other direction, so I should be able to get my cotter pin in. Oh yeah, now it should go in from this way. Sweet, except I missed this part of it. And I forgot to put my springs back on. There we go. Okay, we got this all assembled, got new hole here to bring that in more and have the hole going that way instead of down. Got a cotter pin back here. The original hole is up here and it made the spring all compressed, so I put a hole back here. And now we're just tightening this foot pedal up. Don't want to over tighten it. So brake is done. Now we're moving over to the accelerator. Okay, we want to make sure we got this in the right orientation. So yeah, that's how that goes. They already have a hole where the brake was, so I think we're going to try to use that, unless it just is not going to work. It looks like it will work. There's that. So now we just got to move this over here on the side more like it was. That came off probably a little too easy actually. So that just goes right on the side, probably in the same location. We'll probably put it right in there. So look how much spring we have here to deal with. And then we push the accelerator. You want the accelerator to come back for sure. Okay, let's see how this goes together. It's feeling pretty good. A little tension on the spring, so it brings the accelerator down. Put this nut back on here. So the pedals are just about done being moved. Perfect. Now for the steering wheel. Take the steering linkage apart here, so we can swap it. Okay. Gotta cut that loose and that loose. I think it's moving. So we can finish cutting it and then it'll probably break off. Yep, there we go. Now we just move it over here. We're gonna clean this up just a little bit. All right, so there's our welds on that. And then here's our welds on that. I'm welding with a Yes welder. And it's working pretty good. Here we're just changing our linkage around, putting the short piece on the long side and the long piece on the short side, since our steering wheel is on the opposite side. And then I believe these two just combine right here in the middle. Oh boy, got that one too tight. Okay, I almost forgot to put this footrest back in here. Definitely need that. That's how a passenger stays in place when this thing is flying around. Okay, we got the seat on there. Ooh, I think it's crooked actually. There we go. Gotta hook this throttle back up. All right, I'm just using a wire brush to clean some of these welds so we can put a little paint on them so they don't rust. Oh shoot, we got to put the pan back on. Okay, back on. Okay, let's see what happens.
That don't sound good.
What was that all about?
He did all that work for nothing. Ooh, that
We
sounds
got, we got oil. Oh, is our gas off? Did somebody turn the gas?
It's my turn.
Yeah, I might have to adjust the brake somehow. Yeah. So I switched the driver's side from the right to the left, so I'm in front of the motor, and I think it helped, but I think it still doesn't grab very good. It's kind of fun though. See, if you're slightly going uphill, no go. We can't have that. My goodness.